Good morning, friends. Welcome back to the John Went Walking YouTube channel. I'm coming to you this morning from the Richloam General Store, the old historic store here in Richloam, Florida. I'm just a tenth of a mile from the Richloam Fire Tower, which is mile 368 on the Florida Trail. I was out this morning on the Florida Trail south of here, about 5 miles, and spent a couple of hours out hiking and filming on the trail. And I just wanted to do a wrap up of, I actually have a series of five videos that I put on the channel this morning for you to check out that shows point to point throughout the trail. Starting down at about mile 365 all the way up here to 368 where the fire tower and the general store are. This morning, a beautiful sunny morning, probably into the mid 60s, and we've had a couple of warm weeks, and because of that I had my first snake sighting of the winter out here this morning, which was unusual up here in central Florida. But I saw him, a black snake. He was coming right towards me. I don't know if he's going to show up on the film or not, but I got him on the film. And then after I got my walk in, I ended it at the fire tower, just a tenth of a mile from here. And I love stopping up here at the Richloam General Store. I always come up. I like to get a piece of that sea salt caramel fudge from Salem, Massachusetts. They fly it in. And it's America's oldest candy store, and they bring it down here to Florida's oldest general store and sell it. I'm not sure how they get it down here, but it always tastes fresh. It always tastes good. And sea salt caramel fudge, if you get through here, $3.50 a slice, worth every single penny. This is my Florida Trail Guide. I got me a new sticker this morning, Richloam General Store, pretty cool. And then out on the front porch, you can see people back there talking, enjoying the beautiful morning. But they actually have an old soda machine. I got me a cold RC Cola for lunch today. A nice cold RC Cola right out of that old machine that they had. And of course, if you're gonna have an RC Cola, you've got to have a moon pie to go with it. So they have moon pies inside. So I got my lunch all set following my couple-hour hike this morning, and I'm gonna get fueled back up here. Now I probably won't be back out on the trail anymore this afternoon, but I did have a beautiful hike out there this morning. Now, and you have to excuse all the traffic. This is a kind of, we're in the winter season down here in central Florida, so we have a ton of tourists right now, snowbirds, and I'm not complaining about snowbirds because they do pump a lot of money into our economy, so we definitely need them. It's no problem. It's a whole different world down here, of course, in the summertime. It empties out and we got it all to ourselves. But right now we share with our northern friends and our Canadian friends. It's all good, no concerns at all. So I love seeing this traffic in and out of this old store. It's good for the owners and good to keep the store moving and selling things. And I just love to see that happen. So this morning what I did was I kind of made a big circle. I started up here. I'd been up here about a month or so ago at the general store, and I'd been through here before a couple of years ago, but I wanted to come back out and see it when I realized it was so close to the Florida Trail. So I came up here following a hike up north, a little bit north of here, and I came back through here and stopped at the store and went in and spoke to the people. And then I actually shot about a month ago. It's on this channel. If you go back and look, Richloam General Store, there's actually, I take the camera inside. I asked permission. They gave me permission. I took it inside. They have a lot of like really old time type confectionery things in there. They have those giant pickles. Any of that old stuff you can think of. It's just a wonderful way to reminisce and go in, and you can't beat getting a cold RC Cola right out of the machine right on the front porch, especially when it comes with a moon pie. It's all good. I love it, you know. But so anyway, I got here middle of the morning, and I got out. I hiked south of here. I went down and I started out on the Florida Trail, out on 365, and then filmed all the way back up here to about 368. So the 5 previous videos, it's going to show you point to point out there on the Florida Trail, and I hope it's helpful for you. I enjoy being out there. You know, everything's rolling along pretty well. We're into mid-February here. If you watch the channel at all, you know that I'm planning and working on my Florida Trail thru-hike planning. I'm planning tentatively for a January 26th thru-hike attempt. I expect that's when I'll be out there, and that's what I'm planning on doing. So what I'm doing right now is I'm exploring all the different Florida Trail areas all the way around the state. I live in the Orlando area, so I'm kind of filming from Orlando outward. So I've been as far north as like up around mile 419, 420 in Citrus County, and I've been as far south as down around 270 something down there around the Westgate River Ranch. And so everywhere in between I've been filming over the past 2 months. Now, as the year goes by, what I'll do is I'll expand. I'll drive a little bit further, get further out there, and I'd still just be able to be out there for a half a day or so making these videos and then sharing them with you. And the way it helps me, it is motivational and encouraging for me to make sure I'm getting out there all the time. I'm actually physically on the Florida Trail and seeing the trail that I'm going to be hiking on as I do my thru-hike attempt. So that's a positive thing. But also, it's nice to kind of orient me and give me an idea of exactly passing through the way I'll be going. I've learned a lot being out there on the Florida Trail as I have been the past couple of months, and I've got all the videos on here for you to see where I've been. I try to put the mile marker in the description, the title, so that if there's an area that you're interested in watching, you can get in there and take a look at it and see exactly where I am. And like most of the areas I've been in, one thing I've noticed out here on the Florida Trail is it's incredibly well marked. You can't believe it, how beautiful everything is, the trail maintainers out here in Central Florida, like I said, all the way from down the 270s up into about 420. Like, I haven't been anywhere at all out in the woods or out in the forest, the Central Florida forest, that I've thought has been untoward or has been a problem navigating. Nothing like that. Anywhere I've been, I would almost be comfortable even like out night hiking. I feel that comfortable with it. It's so well marked and so straightforward. It would just be, to me, I'm not the most incredible outdoorsman in the whole world. I'm very familiar with being outside and being in the woods, but I tell you, I don't see any way I could have even ever been lost or gotten lost out there at all at any time. I mean, it's just beautiful everywhere. So if I'm doing the thru-hike and I want to get an early start in the morning and it's still dark, I would be very comfortable doing it. And if I want to stay out a little bit later in the evening after dark and get a few extra miles in, I think I would be very comfortable doing that too. It's just incredible to see, you know, and I think that's the one thing that's most encouraging for me as I do prepare for this thru-hike, is I'm going to be very familiar with a large chunk of the trail, and I do plan on being even further north than I have been, even out into the Panhandle over the summer on the trail, and then further south. So I'm just trying to set myself up for success. You know, I talk about motivation and why I'm doing it and how I'm planning on doing it, and logistically getting everything prepared, all my gear, everything that I need and all that. But you know, there's more to it than that. There's more to it than just being prepared, even just being physically prepared. Like, I'm 63 years old. I gotta give myself every advantage that I can. And by doing that, I really feel like there's nothing that will stop me from being successful at completing this thru-hike. That's exactly what I'm planning on doing. So I'm going to continue with what I'm doing here. I'm going to continue to give myself every opportunity to succeed. I think what's going to happen is as the more of the trail I see, the more comfortable I'm going to get. I was a little bit worried prior to beginning this journey with the YouTube channel. I was a little bit worried about the section through like Kissimmee or St. Cloud, Kissimmee, Davenport, that area, because it seemed a little confusing to me. And when I just had the Florida Trail Guide, I was even a little bit more worried. Like, I would look on it and I would still be a little bit confused. But since I've gotten the Far Out app and I have that with me out there in the woods, like, it's just been a godsend. Like I said, there's no way that I could get lost out there. So the only thing that's going to stop me from accomplishing this goal, the through hike, is just myself. It's just me quitting and giving up on myself out there, and that's one thing that I'm definitely not going to do. So anyway, I'm very grateful that you're here with me this morning in Richloam, Florida, at the old general store, the historic general store. If you ever get out in this area, this is a wonderful stop. You know, you just really enjoy it out here. Grab yourself one of the old time sodas. I have a sun drop in the truck. I'm going to take home with me for my wife because she's a big Junior fan, and Junior's that's one of Junior's sponsors is Sun Drop, that old soda, and they're really hard to find, but they have them here, so that was good. And I got me a piece of sea salt caramel to take home with me tonight, or this afternoon. So it's just a beautiful day here in Central Florida. I'm so grateful you're here with me. Let's just keep pressing on, friends, and I know we're going to be successful. I hope wherever you are today, you're having a beautiful day. You all have a great day now, friends. Goodbye, friends.